Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you a scarf for autumn or fall. If some of you would like to work this stitch into a scarf. It's very easy, goes really fast, this one. For this scarf I chained 30 chains. For autumn I don't think it needs to be too long, or well, let's say too wide. You can put it like this and it's gonna be just perfect for autumn. But it's a very easy stitch. One row repeat, goes really fast. Or you can do a blanket. I'm gonna show you. This is the blanket. Well, it's a mini blanket, I have to say. It's a mini blanket because my husband in summer, he likes to cover his stomach, his tummy with this when he sleeps. Yeah, I don't know. In his mind, he thinks that even in summer when it's hot, you should cover at least your stomach, otherwise you're gonna catch a cold. I don't know how true is that. But you can do a blanket. Even though you think it has openings, believe me, this is warm. And this one is worked with 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. So it's just not that wide, just enough that he will cover his stomach and then goes, you know, behind the back a little bit, just to protect from if you have your window open or it's a draft. But the scarf for autumn, it's quite nice. You can use variegated yarn, you can change colors, it's up to you. It's quite easy and goes really fast, this one. Okay, now this stitch works with multiples of 6. You can do, you know, even a hat for not so cold weather. So multiples of 6, and after you chain multiples of 6, we're gonna do a first row of single crochet in each chain. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna skip the first chain, and into the second chain from the hook I'm gonna work on the back of the chain through the bumps. In case you want to attach tassels to the scarf, I will suggest you work on the back of the chain. So we're gonna do single crochet in each chain. You can chain, here I have 18 chains, just a small sample. So you're gonna chain multiples of 6, you're gonna skip the first chain, and into the second chain from the hook you're gonna do single crochet in each chain. And I'm using 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. The scarf is worked also with a 3 millimeter crochet hook, but I think this scarf is nice to use. Well, you can use plain color, just one color, or you can use variegated yarn. I think for autumn, if you find a yarn that resembles the turning of the leaves, reddish, brown, yellowish, that will be nice to keep with the season. But this one you can do even a blanket like I showed you with thick yarn. It's gonna be warm. So the last chain, we're gonna go in there and do a single crochet. So it's nice to start with a single crochet in, you have stitches right here, so in case you want to attach some tassels, it's gonna be easy to count the stitches when you're gonna, where you're gonna attach. After 2 or 3 stitches you're gonna attach the tassels. Okay, now we're gonna chain 2, turn your work, yarn over the hook. We're gonna skip the first stitch, the second, and into the third stitch we're gonna place in there 6 double crochets. So 1, go back again into the same stitch and do 5 more double crochets. So I did 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 double crochet in one stitch. Yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip the next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th stitch we're gonna place in there 6 double crochets. This stitch is quite okay to do with a thicker yarn, but for a scarf I find that it's a little bit way too heavy. That's why I said for a blanket, even though you see the openings, you'll think, well, it's not going to keep me that warm. I guarantee you, even with those openings, you're going to be boiling in it. Okay, 6. Now, again, we're going to skip the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And into the 6th stitch, we're going to do 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and the fourth. Well, we have 2 more to go. Okay. Make sure that you have 6 double crochets. Okay, so now at the end we are left with 2 stitches. We're gonna skip the next stitch, and into the last stitch we're gonna do a double crochet. This is how you're gonna finish each row. Chain 2, and now this row that we're gonna do now is the row that you're gonna repeat on and on and on until you finish your project, whatever you choose to do. So yarn over the hook, we're gonna move to the first shell, and we're gonna skip the first double crochet, the second, the third, and between the third and the fourth double crochet, in that space between the third and the fourth, we're gonna go in there and put 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and the 6th one. So in that space between the third and the fourth double crochet, you're gonna place in there 6 double crochet. So now we're gonna move to the next shell, and we're gonna do the same. Skip the first, second, the third, and between the third and the fourth, right there, we're gonna place in there, let me find it. Okay, got it. Okay, so in between the third and the fourth, we're gonna put in there 6 double crochet. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, yarn over the hook, we're gonna move to the last shell. So again, skip the first, second, and the third, and between the third and the fourth, right there, we're gonna place 6 double crochets. Yeah, with a variegated yarn, it's not you have to count them to skip between the third and the fourth. With the one plain color, it's easy to see where is the middle. So you're gonna have to pay attention to that. Okay, and now at the end we have the chain 2. So we're gonna go on top of the second chain, and we're gonna do a double crochet. Chain 2, turn your work, and now we're gonna repeat. We're gonna do the same until we finish. So even though you see these openings here, believe me, that will keep you warm. Especially if you work with acrylic, it's best to have a little bit opening that the skin can breathe, especially for a blanket. For a scarf, it's just the neck. The rest of the body, whatever clothes you wear, will let your skin breathe. So you're gonna repeat. Skip 1, 2, 3, and between the third and the fourth, you're gonna repeat. You're gonna put in there 6 double crochets. Okay, and the 6th one. Yarn over the hook, and you're gonna move to the next shell. So you're gonna skip 1, 2, 3. So between the 3 and the 4th, right there, you're gonna place 6 double crochets, and you're going to move to the next shell, and at the end, on top of the second chain, you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to close your work. So if you want to close your work, for example, because we started with 1 row of single crochet, it's nice to finish with 1 row of single crochet on the top. So you're going to chain 1 after you do that double crochet at the end, chain 1, and into the first stitch, the double crochet stitch, you're going to do a single crochet. And now you're going to have 6 single crochets. In each stitch you're going to place a single crochet. It's quite easy and goes really fast. And even if you don't put tassels, it's nice to have the single crochets as the last row. So you move to the next shell and you do the same. Single crochets in each stitch. Yeah, I always, when I receive orders from clients for baby blankets, I always want to do and recommend that they should do with some opening, in case the baby somehow pulls that blanket over their heads. At least he has some holes in there that he can breathe. I don't know, I'm just panicking when it comes for babies and the baby blankets. So now at the end you have the double crochet, and on top of, well, the 2 chains, and you're gonna go on top and you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 1, pull up a loop, cut the yarn, and then hide the tail. Like I said, with variegated yarn, but depends on the variegated yarn. To me, this variegated yarn, it's way too busy, too many colors in such a short segment. So, but you know, maybe some of you like. So you can do this like a baby blanket, like a scarf, a hat, a vest. It's quite warm. This keeps you warm. Yeah, this yarn needs wool, so it's quite nice. And the scarf, like I said, is not that long. For autumn, I don't need that long. I'm not gonna wrap around one time around my neck. It's just for maybe fashion, or just once over the shoulder, and that's enough. So if you like to work autumn scarf with this, give it a try. You might quite enjoy. And you can make it a little bit like not so wide. Depends on your liking. Yeah? But you know, you can put it like this, and it's gonna be quite nice and warm. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I give you some ideas how to, you know, to work something for autumn. Give it a try. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.